paid, a nigga still need more ends. We say fuck a nigga. It look like we need more friends. Blame me, but participation, it come from both ends. Garfield niggas only in for their own health. You got it on your own, but watch out for their wrong step. Keep asking for the shit, nigga get the wrong help. The recovery process can make you take the wrong left. All that shit healed in, I hope you got some long breath. Admitting to your wrongs like you wrong, that's a strong step. I'm hanging on with all my might from a life of strong built. Pistol in my face, but I can tell you how the chrome felt. And through the storm and through the weather and even through the rain, I don't think they understand the underdog thing. And through the struggle and through the hate and overcoming pain, there's a blessing at the end of your tunnel, man.
From my heart to my back, I can feel the pain. Nobody really trying to help, the game remain the same. Too much pain, too much pain. From my heart to my back, I can feel the pain. Nobody really trying to help, the game remain the same.
Too much
pain, too much pain.
Now we living in the ghetto, riding metros, hanging on the shaky life, walking on jello. I used to want to be the one to say hello. Did it ever make a real friend, nigga? Hell no. I feel like I was better off mellow. Then I went and lost my cousin, thinking where the kill go. I tried fast, but I had to learn to sell slow. You did your job and took the rap, but homie, where your bail go? Now everything is just seeming like a mystery. It fish you off every time, thinking about your history. We was cool, now you wanna throw your fist at me. All this because your girlfriend blew a kiss at me. Now he dissing me, I'm wishing he'll really stop motherfucking pissing me. Cause you don't want my recipe. You don't even wanna try to bring out the best of me. Cause I'm the real deal and I don't even need pedigree for real.
From my heart to my back, I can feel the pain. Nobody really trying to help, the game remains the same. Too much pain, too much pain. From my heart to my back, I can feel the pain. Nobody really trying to help, the game remains the same. Too much pain, too much pain.
Now it's a hair thin line between love and hate. And it's about the same distance between real and fake. Now the fake love that you thought was so real can leave you living with hate that you thought you could never feel. Leave you having to deal with emotions you ain't never felt. Too hard to bluff, but you can't fold from the hand you dealt. Heart in my back pocket, trusting nothing but God in my gut now. Relationships is barely conversation for a nut now. 8 years down the drain, thought I was giving my everything. While I drained of everything and walked away without a thing. Except the one thing that God gave me to remind me. Part of growth and development, leaving some things behind me. Whatever time I've got left is invested to make it sure before I leave my 3 C's of debt and stress free. Yeah, I done walked in the sun, so I appreciate the rain. Cherish every battle scar, why I survived the pain.
From my heart to my back, I can feel the pain. Nobody really trying to help, the game remains the same. Too much pain, too much pain. From my heart to my back, I can feel the pain. Nobody really trying to help, the game remains the same. Too much pain, too much pain.
What's up, world? What got going on? All right. It's another episode of that boy Slugger. Ain't no other. ATX representative. Man, I had I'm gonna get straight. Well, let some more people come in. So we're gonna shoot the fade a little bit. Some people don't understand this. They thinking success come overnight. I'm talking about real success. I ain't talking about, acting like you're successful, but you're not. But you could be successful in your own world. So whatever uplifts you, my success and your success be two different things. But at the end of the day, I don't hear a lot of people saying this. You didn't get here by yourself. I always question a lot of things, man, and how I see people acting. But that's their life. You know what I'm saying? That's their life. I ain't gonna make it boring. I ain't gonna make it too long, depending on the conversation, how it erupts. But if you take a look back at your life, right? I'm talking about those been on this world to understand. Now you're on YouTube. I think the ages are 18 and up if you're not a kid. Some people have it hard. Some people have it harder. But everybody understand this, man. Your problem is no concern of mine. Vice versa. Your struggle is not going to be anything to my struggle. Vice versa. So I look at myself in the mirror and I tell myself, say, man, I don't hear a lot of people saying how they blessed. I just hear a bunch of mess. You know, the older people, the elders, you should hear this the most. But if you're on a bad vibe, I understand why you don't talk about it. But I'm going to talk about it because as I look at my life, hey, I'm blessed. Now, let me break it down when I say I'm blessed. How many people up in here, man? Let's get some more people in here because I don't like repeating myself because this is authentic. Man, I had to run some errands a while ago, you know. And I was blessed to make it back. We don't even say the word blessed. Let's say the highly favored word, you know. The highly favored word. And especially if you got your loved ones. Everybody ain't going right now. That makes you blessed, bro. But it's going to be a day you have to toughen up. Because like you say, everybody got a date. Some natural, some tragic, untimely, you know what I'm saying? But we ain't going to talk about that. We're talking about how I'm blessed, how you blessed to even come to this channel. You're very blessed, you know? But let me tell you how my blessed day started on a regular. Anytime I open my eyes, I'm blessed. Now, I ain't righteous like that. I ain't going to church like that. But I know where my blessings come from. A lot of people try to compare themselves to me, to Tom, Dick, and Harry, or Susan or Jill. But you got your own lane you in. And your blessing is going to basically be, if you're not a scandal, if you're not scamming somebody, man, karma going to come to you. It might not be today, but it'll be tomorrow. But if you stay humble, you'll get some of them blessings, man. But like I said, man, I wake up in the morning, man, I put them 2 feet on the ground. 2 feet on the ground. I'm blessed. Some people ain't got no feet. But some people got the feet and understand the tragic accident or, you know, thing that they got going on with health reasons, and they stay blessed. Salute. They stay blessed. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people complain more than they understand their blessings around them every day. So I put them 2 feet on the ground and I stand up. Man, my body moving. Stay blessed. Sometimes we can see our blessings, get used to our blessings, and don't give praise to the man however, whatever God you believing in. If it's positive, I'm with you. If it's that goofy stuff, I'm not with you. I stand on that. But a lot of people find out they're not doing too bad in life. They are blessed. It might not be blessed like old boy next door or them people down the street. But they got another day or another hour or another 5 minutes to find their blessing. But as they wait that time, guess what? They blessed to be here. Now, for real, I just wanted to chime in on that because I was riding down that highway, man, and I said to myself, man, all the stuff I've been through, who am I to complain? And you know, the concept is nobody cares anyway. So understand your blessing ain't going to be happy for the other person that you being blessed. I could bless y'all heads off. I can bless until I can't say bless no more. I can bless I got a house. I can bless I got a car. I can bless my kids doing good. My wife doing good. All that. I'm blessed. I'm not trying to be nobody else, but I want to stay in that line of blessings. A lot of people don't understand that it's when you come out your character that your blessings stop. because that ain't who you are. When you try to jump in front of the line, you ain't getting no blessings no time soon. Because you know what you're doing? You know what you're doing? Man, it ain't time for your blessings. Why you think your blessings need to come so fast? See, the world got everybody thinking that since Tom, Dick, and Harry is blessed, they blessings is right up. But what are you doing for your blessings? Are you keeping it 100 or are you trying to throw people up on the bus? I never known, for real though. Think about it. People got power, political power. So it seems like it's blessed. There's always time to pay the piper. You don't know why these things be happening to these celebrities. They really not blessed because half of these celebrities be suicidal. So you more blessed as a person that's making minimum wage, a person that just got a 9-to-5. Even some hobos are more blessed than the Hollywood people. You just can't see it because you don't understand your blessing. Your blessing is still on this earth, right? This planet, that whatever we in, and then think about it. Karma. You hit it on the nail, Chuck. You hit it right on the nail. People don't understand what you do behind closed doors stops your blessing. What you do behind closed doors, you think you're supposed to be up there. Like me. I thought I was going to get this job, and I seen a brother look like me, and I thought I was going to holler at this dude and shoot straight up the ladder, right? But since when did that change? Huh? I think we be delusional, thinking that them guys and them females that you see up there at the corporate ladder, they have to work for it. Either go to school, not all of them. I'm going to tell you this. Some work harder than others. Some gets this quote-unquote privilege from a homeboy and homegirl, whatever, and they move up the ladder. But they don't feel like they deserve that. So life is going to come just like that if they don't reach back down and bless those that didn't have that opportunity. I was told today about somebody who needed a job, and I told them, it was my cousin, I said, say, man, can they do what you do? Can they do what I do? Are they trustworthy? See, them the first words that comes out a person that had to earn their blessings. Nothing is given. Yeah. Or they stole the position, like for real. But the karma, that goes back to what you say on the screen. Karma gonna get them. It ain't got to be on your time. It's gonna be on the right time. Man, I'm talking about, look, man. And I say, man, not disrespecting the women that's in the chat. But that's just how I'm talking when I'm not cussing. So, man, we'll cover up some of them cuss words. Like the S word. Everything like that. But it's going to be always authentic. I say this. If somebody had to throw somebody, go check out my IG. I definitely got some IG quotes for you. And I'm just sitting there listening. See, a lot of people just want to jump up the ladder and want everybody to listen to them, but they don't never listen to nobody else. They listen to the wrong people. That's why they stay down there. You say, man, all day, for real. Especially if you're down south. You don't say it, goddamn. They always listen. I think a lot of people are just deaf, dumb, and blind. I hate to say that, but after a period of time and just watching people, since they say character, I would say personality, I would say more things in that. But these people ain't actually on point with a lot of things, and they always think that they gonna be in favor of the next man or the next woman that's blessed. You know? Now it's a pecking order. There's levels to this. A lot of people don't even know the levels. They think they on this level, but see where they go with that level. A lot of people just do this. For those who thought they was on that certain level and they was hiding everybody else, you'll see people do this. Pass them people up, and then they start looking up like, Lord, remember me? No, you stop being humble, man. You stop being humble. You stop giving me the credit on everything that I give you. You took it for granted. I can't take it for granted. Let me tell you a story, bro. Back when I was 9 years old, I walked out this church and I was thinking, because we was in poverty, but my mama them had it. We was in the projects though. And I was like, how they be in there praise worshiping and we in our situation? Yeah. I don't see nothing blessed about that because I was young, naive, slow to the game. You know, we want things right now when we see that. We want that toy right now. We want that game right now. This is young stuff. But I see a lot of people that's older than me or same age, they still stuck on that. They want stuff without work. You understand what I'm saying? They want blessings without putting in that hard work. And hard work is not easy. It's not easy, but if you train yourself mentally think that hard work brings reward, then guess what? It'll become natural and blessings will start coming to you. Man, I had a breakdown. And I say, man, a lot of people don't know my situation when I first got on YouTube, but I've been blessed since. In many ways, promotion, cars, house, but that don't make me better than you. That made me understand everything I did in the past. The karma caught up with me because I could be that person, never was that person, and say, why me? Right? Why do I have to be locked up all these years? Why do I got a problem with my aggression? Why do I take it out on people? You know what I'm saying? God was getting me ready for my blessing, but he had to teach me a lesson. See, some of y'all still in y'all lesson stage. So blessing is only temporary financially. It'll be temporary. It's not lasting because you're not, it's just like Hollywood. They got all that money and they miserable. Or they start finding out the industry wants something different from them. Y'all didn't read that contract. You thought it was a quick come up when they do them signing bonuses and go to the record label and, you know, that big money, you know, material things. But what's your inside? Because 9 times out of 10, all these youngsters drilling, talking about that drill music, you ain't got nothing positive coming out of that. So really everything is temporary. And I haven't seen one person, if they didn't convert their life, you know what I'm saying, and become positive and believe in a higher power, they ever got old. If they stay that same way, guess what? Their blessings gonna come short. This is me just living on this earth and paying attention. You feel me? I pay attention to a lot of people that say they blessed or they doing good in life. Then I look at their attitude. And then I look at how they give, you know, everybody used to, when you get the awards, like some kind of Grammy or something like that, first thing people used to say, they think they Heavenly Father, but now they talk about they think they producer. They be leaving. Like the last ones, I ain't really been paying attention to the rewards, you know, Hollywood stuff like that. But Whitney Houston always gave praise to God. She had a blessed voice. It's a couple of other people that gave praise to God. I don't think they no longer here because that ain't the agenda. What I'm doing right now is bringing awareness. Know where your blessing is coming from so you can get ready to catch the next one. I'm just saying, know where your blessings are coming up. Don't think you're doing it by yourself. Like I said, the person that gets you out of bed, that started way before you even thought about opening your eyes. Now, if you're thinking you're doing it by yourself and you thinking that other person really want to see you wake up, they probably, that other person, I don't like saying that negative spirit, but that other person want to see you pass away or get people to pass away soulfully, right? I'm just different. I don't like talking about nobody. There's no energy in that. Now, because when you walk down that path like I walk down, man, and a lot of people that walk down, man, we just say, man, how the hell did we make it through that? It wasn't our time to go. He ain't done with us yet. You remember all them church songs before church went that way? You feel me? Yeah. I'm going to say that way because a lot of churches went that way. That's what's wrong with the world. Not to say you have to go to church. Not to say you can be a Muslim and just sit in the goddamn on this tube and talk about it. People, people watch people, man, in religion so hard, man. No drive, exactly. Exactly. A lot of people don't want to work. No drive or just lazy. But I think it's just that spirit in them too. You got to think about a spirit. You got a lazy person spirit, man. It's the spirit in them. Like if you listen to bull crap all day on this tube or your music, your motivation gonna be not on the same wavelength, man. I tell you all the time, some of these people straight up zombies. They thinking everything they doing is the right thing to do, but you killing your soul. Because at the end of the day, I'm gonna tell you this, y'all. Hate to bring up the past, right? But if you go back and dig up everybody, it's just it's a shell, right? So that's where they got that anomaly, that heaven or hell. But what if it's a thing? I'm just shooting it out there. What about reincarnation? You ever get this mindset like you've been here before? They call it deja vu, right? How many deja vus have you had? Some of y'all are close to the time to expire and don't even know it. If you've been here before, you feel me? I ain't gonna go far, but I'm just opening up your minds and everything they teach you in your history and in life. You look at the elders that taught you that and where they at in life. Are they blessed? Are they blessed? Salute Scott sliding in here, man. Are they blessed? Are they cursed? Sometimes you can keep listening to that same demon and pass it down generation to generation, and then you pay attention to the praise, but you ain't paying attention to the way. Now, one thing about me, I was misunderstood back in the day, man, and for me to, I'm being honest with y'all, for me to turn that other leaf, man, I had to spend time with myself, bro. I started spending time with myself when I was 25 years old and I was incarcerated. Now, I had a plan to get out here and be a rapper or do something. I just want to keep moving, right? Because, idle time is a devil workshop, they say, right? Or just negativity. I ain't going to give them that much credit. I ain't giving that vibe that they put on TV too much credit. It ain't nothing. You only believe in you only can make something strong if you believe in it. You feel me? I don't believe in none of that. No, none of that. I think everybody has a choice. Everybody has the choice to do right with your homeboys, your homegirls, or just say, man, you better than them and don't give a god dang, and that karma gonna come and hit you. I just don't want to be like my mama used to say, boy, you better stop lying. That lightning gonna strike. What you think your parents used to say that for? That's how they was taught. But now I tell my children, after all three of them graduated, like I'm really doing something to keep positivity out here while these clucks and these wanksters. That's why I be talking about them so much, because now my children got to deal with your children. I ain't talking about all here. I'm talking to Texas and the universe. I'm not talking about my panel, because we're going to keep it real over here. I can raise my children right, and then one of you sucker children will cause them harm. So I got to teach them two lives: how to respect and how to stay with your head on a swivel. So they get confused, like, baby, don't take nothing sweet in this world. Some of your friends, your best friends, the person that ate at the table with you could be your killer. Half of the killers are somebody you know, period. Half of the killers is somebody's homeboy, best friend, a homegirl, best friends. Very few that kills you and they don't know you, right? So that's what I'm saying. Stay blessed, stay humble, and you'll stay away from that negativity. That's what I teach mine. Do it work all the time? Now they still want to do them. You know what I'm saying? It works majority of the time. They still here, and I'm blessed to have them. I'm blessed to, man, like right now, I'm blessed to talk to y'all. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no problem, health issue. But for those who do, you're blessed to find out you did. You understand what I'm saying? so you can take care of that. Blessings, a lot of people think they curse. Like, I think it's not about the word curse, it's about changing up your diet. Because in our culture, a lot of people don't get mad, don't throw rocks. I used to eat the mess out of bacon. But once I found out it's not healthy for our culture and we keep going through the same bull crap, meaning all them other diseases, you got to stop something, man. Oh, man, even church ain't talking about it. So I'm saying if this preacher is so knowledgeable, some are, some ain't, you should be talking about the sins in the Bible, not the 10 commandments, but the 610 commandments. You feel me? It's a lot more commandments, and I probably just messed up that number altogether, but it's in the hundreds. It's more commandments. They don't tell you. They say 10 commandments, but why is the world so bad if everybody trying to follow the commandments? And then they say, man, ain't nobody perfect. Ain't nobody Yahweh, nothing. Nobody's trying to be Yahweh, man. And nobody's trying to be righteous. But if you try, that beats a failure. Somebody who don't try. Salute, Cross coming up in here. I think it's cursed. Read this. Been feeling that way for decades. I think I'm cursed. So. Now, why would you feel that, man? I think the whole thing is this. I really do. I say, why you feel like you cursed though? Because you on this panel. I mean, you're on this channel, and definitely you've been to a lot of channels. And I think you blessed to even have internet. So what you curse from? What you curse from? You follow me? A lot of people say that they curse. It probably is, you know, but I don't know. I don't know the background and all that, but at the same time, I can say I'm cursed while I ain't gone off this wicked world. When I look up or look around, I'll be selfish to think my time is up. So I definitely ain't gonna take my life. You feel me? Yeah, but you know, all that can be reverted. All that health-wise, all that can be reverted, man. Like a reverse on your whole diet. And you know what? I think a lot of people is like this. They believe in the doctors. You know, I went to go get a physical checkup today, and doctor talking about it seemed like you got high blood pressure today. You got high blood pressure? I said, no, I've been drinking coffee and ain't nothing. And I've been rushing. I was doing a whole live and just stop what I'm doing so I can come do my physical because I need to be in top shape for my family. So if they do try to give me some medication, bro, I don't trust them witch doctors like that, and you shouldn't either. Do I believe in a gift could be a curse? Sometimes, yeah. I do believe that. Yeah, because what's a gift? It's just a word. You know, back in the day of the Trojan horse. Let's remind ourselves. You know what I'm saying? You always got to have a Trojan horse if you want to try to sneak in on the enemy, right? But that enemy thought it was a gift. It's been in history. That's how people really blindside you when they thinking it's a gift and it's straight up a curse. And that's us older people really just having that dialogue like, man, you can't trust nobody until they show themselves trustworthy. And then if you fall victim to the trust and a gift, man, you got the option as a grown man to back all the way out. You didn't make this far to be a goofy. You didn't make it this far to be a goofy. So I'm going to stand on that and say, man, you can accept any kind of gift. I think, hold on, y'all. I'm going to do a real quick. Hold on. I'm going to do this repeat right here, but I'm coming right back. Excuse me. I'm going to leave you some entertainment.
Man, I swear it's so. Man, I swear it's so. Man, I swear it's so hard. Man, I swear it's so hard. Living in the city, show no pity. I'm living in a city so hard. Show no pity. Living in a city. Living in a city so hard. Show no pity. I'm living in the city. I'm living in a city so hard. Living in a city so show no pity. No show no pity. I swear it's so hard. Living in the city, show no pity. I'm living in a city, so hard. Show no pity. Living in the city, living in a city, so hard. Show no pity. I'm living in the city, I'm living in a city, so hard. Living in a city, so show no pity. Show no pity.
So back to that question. Expound on it a little bit. Now that's the true facts. You know the two angels they talk about, and the other one was very musically inclined, party animal. He thought he can overtake that. This is a story we hear, right? He can overtake the heavens. He was very jealous. So you definitely want to make sure you watch out the people. Look at the concept. See, the thing is, I don't accept no gifts if I don't know you. I'm going to question that. Like, why? And I don't want to hear them gifts of Hollywood. Like the small print, quote unquote, sell your soul for a jelly roll. That's why I be saying that. You accept a lot of gifts, but guess what? It's okay if it's coming in good faith. You follow me? I'm going to drop that link. If anybody wanted to come up here and elaborate, or I could do it by myself. I'm telling you, because I think at the end of the day, some people need to be heard through their own personality or their own concept about life. But no, all gifts ain't. Yeah, gifts. That's just a name to let the guard down. Hey man, here's a gift. But what's the intent to that gift? You feel me? Like, what is that gift? Is it the Trojan horse? We can't forget about history because it'll repeat itself. Like they already trying to make the youth dumb. Took out Curtis about the school. They made book reading almost irrelevant to the fact they got everybody computers. So what are they trying to do? Put that where they don't go research the past. That's why they came up with all these computers, because the computers are fully loaded. But to understand this, sometimes when people get to the point of they feeling like they can't trust nobody, that's the time that you slide all the way back from everybody. If it's too many people, then look, as we get old and the youngsters come up, they still pay attention to how we handle difficult situations. If we fall willy lump to a lot of situations, guess what? That's how they gonna react.
Salute. Not much. Trying to get to my other phone. My other phone that went dead I usually use, so it was going dead on. I was trying to get up here and get on here. But yeah, man. Yeah, I just had a question because it's almost like it's like a double-edged kind of question. Because one is, do you think a gift can be a curse, and then also, do you think a curse can turn into a gift?
Only way I feel like my opinion would be, only way I feel like a curse can turn into a gift, if you persuade that curse, if it's a curse, I'm gonna say this. It got to be something that you're doing to cause that curse.
Okay.
And at the end of the day, I'm gonna say this. Sometimes it just take a little rest and relaxation to get that curse off of you.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, you know my saying, it's time to stay in the way and out the way. You follow what I'm saying? Because
I was wanting to use an example. Say, for instance, all right, let's use Ja Morant, for instance. His gift is basketball. But yes, his character is messing up, but that gift also can be a curse to him. You get what I'm saying? Or the money that was given to him, yes, it's a gift, but his actions, because maybe he's not, you know, I guess the question would be, maybe people just don't look at it as a blessing. That gift is a blessing, which then can be cursed. I see what you're saying, like how it's received or how, you know, how it's delivered to a person.
Because you think about this, even though prior to him becoming a celebrity, right, a famous basketball player, who would introduce alcohol to him? Who introduced weed to him? So he had that talent, he had that blessing, but people around him, like a Vince Young, they didn't appreciate the blessing that they had for the family, and it became a what? Curse. Because now he's spending all his money trying to get out of problems. You feel what I'm saying? Like, say for instance, R. Kelly can sing, but his curse was he don't know how to keep his eyes and hands. You feel me? Or say for instance, what you had on your channel, but you got to go back. Bill Cosby used to be ideal father, right? Ideal family. But who the circle of people he was messing with was his curse. He was getting along to get along.
Right. So you basically his vision superseded him to the point where it cursed him, because again, I think that comes back to self-pride a lot of times. I think when we fall off our square, we, you know, either we think we know more than what we really don't know. You feel what I'm saying? So I think a lot of that, because I always want to know, like, you know, we always hear those sayings that last forever, man. The gift is, you know, my gift is my curse. But then also I always wonder, can you take a curse? Or, well, I guess you can, because I guess, well, breaking a generation curse can be a gift.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like, meaning as in your parents struggled all your life, and then you decided not to do that. So you broke that, you know, like they say, broke the chain. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, okay. Yeah, nah, it's real.
And then
that's
think
real.
about this. Sometimes, like our generation, our parents had it, but they really didn't have it like we got it, because we make more money than them. So we gift our children with a lot of things that, you know, is material things, and with the knowledge that we have. So they become a little bit smarter than us, honestly. And I bow down to that. They know how to work these phones and all that. But they don't know where they're going with all that information. So we cursed them in the same time we was blessing their lifestyle.
Facts.
And then, you know, like for real, like we're definitely gonna have to, some of us gonna have to definitely skip a whole generation and raise our kids' because they haven't caught on to understand their blessings.
Right. Oh yeah. Nah, that's deep.
It gets deep on a Friday, man, for real. And you know what? I try to do my best. It's Friday, and I'm still drinking water. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to.
I just felt like I had to put that out there, because I said
you cut out. If you're talking, I can't hear you. Oh, he done fell off. He'll come back. He said he's trying to get his other phone right anyway. But it's a wicked game out there. Nothing is gonna be easy for nobody if you don't look at everything from outside the box. Sometimes you can find out if people are for you or people are against you, right? Because you might be playing on the same football team, but it's gonna be one person ain't a teammate. It might be two. You might be the one that ain't a teammate. You know what I'm saying? So to understand that, man, it's like really getting in depth. It's like knowing yourself. pay attention to your surroundings and pay attention to the generational curse, like Cross is saying, because we was, I ain't gonna say curse, we was a lack of knowledge individuals, because all of our knowledge people, they killed them quick.
But I'm like the way you said that, but think about this. Even when you said with knowledge, if you look at it from a biblical point of view, they said we perish due to the lack of knowledge. So that's why I said with the curse thing, you see what I'm saying? So wouldn't the lack of knowledge be a curse?
I would think the lack of knowledge, my opinion though, would be you're not studying enough.
Okay.
That you came to a point where you think you know it all. That's why I be telling people, I don't know it all. You know what I'm saying? The people that's out there thinking that they know it all, that's their curse. And that's that other level of life. Some people should know you'll never know it all. So you're not gonna fall cursed thinking that you knew it all, right? So you always willing to learn from somebody else, even a kid.
Facts. Well, and that's why I'm saying, like the old saying, we know old folk you say back in the days, if you knew better, you do better, right? So in our culture, when we see a lot of the stuff, and we see the you know, in the certain areas of poverty and the destruction and the tear down and of our buildings and the lack thereof motivation of all of us coming together. That's why I said, because, you know, the word said we perish due to the lack of knowledge. I think if we knew better, we do better. I just keep going back to that because I was always taught, boy, if you mess up, boy, you know damn well. And then they used to tell you, boy, if you knew better, you do better. So the next time you're not going to do the same thing. So if we keep doing the same thing as far as economically, as far as structurally, as far as the lack of parenting in the home, when are we going to do better? If we know better, allegedly, if you know better, you do better.
But you know, the saying too comes from, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. I think mentally, a lot of people that zombied out. They say they want to do better, but they're not working on doing better. They think it's gonna be natural. Like
exactly.
I deserve this. I've been hustling all these years. I deserve a big house, big car. But are you hustling for yourself or your family? What's your purpose?
Facts. That's what I'm saying. Facts.
So our generation is set up. That's why I say all the time, and you'll hear that. Our generation is set up by pride because a lot of people was behind the curve, and then once they get the juice, you remember that movie with Tupac, Juice? He wasn't nobody until he became somebody, and he didn't know how to handle that responsibility. So he wasn't able to share. He was more like a bully instead of trying to share that information that he learned and bring it back to his boys and be like, hey, man, you know, this gun is power. We can stop, you know, a lot of brutality that's going on in our hood, but he'd rather bring the drama to the hood. You feel me?
Well, you said something powerful too. You said our problem in our culture is the pride, and we're behind the curveball. We're behind. We're not in front. We're behind it. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I think that's where the missing link is. How do you get around the curveball and not always be behind it? Because no matter what, we can sit here and say, oh, well, they did this, oh, they did that. But we're watching it. And we're a lot of these young kids that are having pockets and wads of money, cars, jewelry, this stuff and that and the third. But they're missing the one link. It's the pride that's messing them up. But they can't get behind a curveball because there's no building. There's no building. There's no end result. You see what I'm saying? It's a continuous cycle. It's like the rabbit. I mean, it's like the hamster on the wheel. But eventually that hamster gonna get tired.
Yeah, you're right.
So I always look at it, how do you come back out? Or what do you think? How do we come back out? Or the generations like the John Morants, even though people say, well, he's only 23, 24 years old, but he got to remember, he looks up, kids look up to him. So, and I heard somebody say this, and they said, even Wack said some shit like, what if for Halloween a kid want to dress up like John Morant with a gun? in a jersey. Is that wrong?
But then it's up to the parents also. You said a child, so it's up to a parent to think for a child, right? And say that's not a good idea, just like our parents did us. And we still gonna do what we gotta do. Would it be wrong? I would say that it'd be crazy because one is this. If you thinking them folks ain't on edge right now, and you jump out with any kind of look at Therese. You know what I'm saying? Like he got shot at the park. Is that the same? Like it ain't cool. You know what I'm saying? Why would you want to end your life trying to make a clout move? It don't make no sense.
Mm-hmm.
You know, sometimes people ideology is not set on living long.
I like that. That's true. I think that's what we at in the world. You're right. It's not even set. Like, you know, people used to say, man, I can't wait till I get great grandkids and grandkids. You don't hear none of them kids talk about the next level, the being the uncles and you know what I'm saying, and the aunties and the grandmamas and the great grandmas. You don't hear that like they used to say that.
No, you don't hear that because I think a lot of people don't. A lot of these youngsters, and the same thing as a lot of these old people, they really don't chime in. You know what I'm saying? With their grandparents like they used to, like we used to back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Go to your grandparents' house for the summer. Don't cause no havoc because everybody got that switch. We are not raised up under the same terminologies how we was. You know?
Right.
Man, we have to fear. I don't know. I can't speak for everybody, but I have to fear God for my grandma because she was too cute. I know when she get mad, man, how my daddy was telling me, and it's the same thing. Think like this. All respect to my mama, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when we was coming up, you thought she was the baddest person on earth. Now to our kids, they say, "Oh, nah, oh, granny." And we looking at her as our kids and be like, man, she wasn't even acting like this, but time bring about a change because she was strict with us and she can baby her grandkids, but not too much, but she can spoil. She can let her guards down because she raised good children, right? Okay, children. Not good as in sanctified, you know what I'm saying? But this John Laurent thing is when I seen the daddy, he was sitting there drinking. When I seen the mama, she was to go up to the mall. Like they are mentally unstable themselves. How you gonna have a child and your child got that blessing, which is the blessing in your life, same as King, right? Did you hear about the situation with King? Like a lot of people get that blessing in their life and they fumble the ball. A lot of people think they give you a blessing, they never had the blessing because it was bad intent when they tried to. You know what I'm saying? Like. That's the gift. You know, two-headed sword is a lot of people say, I'm going to bless your game, but don't bless nothing but a life full of shame. Oh, man, don't get me preaching. Can somebody say church? I say we was going to have, I told my people, man.
Tabernacle.
I said, I'm finna go to church, man. Like, for real, it's like people need to hear this. I know people got things to do, so I ain't going to stay on here long, but people really need to hear this conversation more on YouTube, then we already know it's hell on earth. And I tell them sometimes they always talking about if you die, you going to hell. Man, how you know you ain't in hell already?
No, that's real talk.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, and whose depiction is what the hell is. Maybe in the eyes. Remember, Pac said in the eyes. Pac said in the eyes of a drug dealer, a dope fiend was hell. Being on drugs and trying to kick it was hell. Living in that hell.
Yeah. And that's straight up, man. That's to understand life is just what it is. And sometimes you say, man, why are these people falling out of spectrum like this? Why it seems like a lot of people ain't thinking no more? Man, but then we talking about this. We talking about the gift, right? We got the gift to breathe air. But now they putting stuff in there. So is that really a gift?
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Because you got to think about the mind frame of humans. You know, it's all kind of particles flying in the air. We trust in the government is going to take care of us. But it might just be doing the opposite. We thinking the food we get at all these restaurants is they up to the food administration. But what I'm hearing, they've been off of that.
Yeah, I heard they're not held to the stronger standards like they used to.
Yeah. They're not held. So while we putting faith in the system, faith in quote unquote these new homeboys and women that we come across in any kind of fashion, you got to take care of yourself. So I'm gonna reiterate on a chick say, I think yeah, you never know. They build more, you know what? They build more hospitals than they build schools. You know? Not to be a damper on anybody's parade, but they do build more hospitals than they build schools. Sorry to hear that, man. Blessings. So what are you doing to overcome that, chick?
Well, I said, what is all the missing stuff? Y'all make sure y'all hit the like, man. Content.
Oh, okay. You got it at 10 years old. And then, some of these buildings ain't even certified to have residents in it. You really, okay. Well, hey, I hope the situation gets tolerable. Like, I know you used to it. You've been having it since 10 years old, but I probably got symptoms in me. And I be like, I don't give a goddamn. You got to die sometime. Not to say anything bad like that, but I'm just saying you can't worry about stuff you have no control over. Just stay blessed. Sometimes it be amazing how things just happen. How one day you wake up and you ain't got none of that. How one day you wake up and you ain't got none of that. Who you gonna give your blessings to? Who you gonna give your praise to? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
A lot of people is this. Salute phone check. A lot of people do this.
Salute
I see. What I see in people is what I used to see in me. We really didn't give a goddamn. Right? And I think through time, just like I said about my parents, how now I can look at my parents while they treating my children nice. They didn't treat us like that. I can see having your grandkids running around and calling you pawpaw and all that. That's a whole different vibe. I can see, but when you see, are you still gonna let them just act bad and control them with your children? You know what I'm saying? Or you just gonna let your children raise them in the lack of discipline that you see you don't speak on because you're trying to be the cool grandpa.
Right.
Man, I like that screensaver, man. So
thank you. Yeah, this on my other phone right here. Yeah. This is real cool right here.
So where are all the people at right now in your picture?
I know. They gone now, forgotten. We got Martin, we got his brother, and then we got the real OG Coretta.
Uh-huh. They out of here. I'm just saying they out of here. So that way didn't work. So we supposed to do it better. So that's right. The same thing. They had the talent and curse at the same time because people don't listen to the wise, they listen to the dumb. That is our curse, not my curse, because you got to grow up out of that goofy stuff. But you got to understand, everybody is not a leader. Some people just a follower, and I understand that. If you are head of your household and you got everything, bills paid and all that, you're really contributing into your family's life. You're not just sitting around trying to be lazy. You're the head of your household. So guess what? You bless. Right. And then sometimes the blessings that you might have to face is a cursed society that don't want to see a family stand strong like that. So curses gonna be around. It's how do you repel them? Like raindrops. Your body skin repels water, right? Until it gets in your nose, your mouth, something like that, right? Or your ear and give you damage. Sometimes if you stay too goddamn long in the ocean, you might drown. So you ask yourself too, are you cursed not to pay attention to the signs before you drown?
No, you're right. Nah, that's why I said I asked that analogy on that, because like I said, a lot of times, you know what I'm saying, people don't realize, like, you know, you see what, even when your son or your child, like you said, when you looked over there with John Morant, regardless, the thing I just looked at, it was so crazy. Like, come on, bro, like the money, but then like you say, you see his daddy kicking it with him and shit like that. One thing I did respect about Shaq stepdaddy, what do you call him, the general sergeant? He ain't play.
Yeah.
He kept him stay focused.
Yeah,
so look at him and based off of that, look how long his money done been.
Facts. And you know, envy. The envy part of our culture is it's a lot of money out there, but people get competitive. And that brings up a lot of bull crap with our community. Now, we don't see it with that other community because we ain't all in their business, right? But I noticed that in our community, why we can't grow and why we got so many curses, because I feel like a lot of people are wanting it to be their time because they feel like they worked hard, but you really haven't worked hard. You've been gave everything. So now it's time, when you thinking that you're right there, now it's time to work hard. And don't fall off on character. Get sharper. I ain't supposed to sharpen iron. You know what I'm saying? You heard me on my live. I say, man, I can't never be a yes man. You feel me? I wasn't built like that. And I understand. I understand there got to be some Indians, but god dang, I'm a chief. And I think a lot of people that come on this page are, I'm going to keep it real, people. We ain't got no choice but to keep it real. We are leading in our own sector in real life.
Facts.
Our tribe.
Yeah.
And sometimes my tribe, look, man, I say it all the time. I told you that old fool. Now he ain't here, old fool. I'm about to go, just keep riding. But I had this older guy ask me one serious question. Yeah, it's impossible to be a yes man. Yeah, we way too competitive. But I had this old school guy ask me, Slugger, was in the driveway smoking. He just dried ass me, man. He's up in his 70s. He said, are we ever gonna get along? Well, I told him straight up, and I had a quick answer. I say, you get along you get along with those that's in your same tribe or neighboring tribes. Just because they put us, quote unquote, in one bowl, right, in America, and say this person that look like this is my kind. No, we've been warned since the beginning of time. You know what I'm saying? We've been warned, all these tribes that they done blended in and we got the same pigment. That don't mean they my kin though. That's why we try to look at our neighborhoods and try to put everything in one big old political circle, man. Some of these guys are just, it's in their genes to not be on the same page, be on their page. You know what I'm saying? You remember them Stevens? What did you like about that show I put out for Stevens, Wanksters, Simps? You remember what I said about Stevens? What did you catch that show?
No, I ain't see that. What did you say about it?
Man, the topic is Django. I get it real quick, fast, and a hurry. I say, you know, a lot of our people are human beings, like don't want to get us off this political realm. They want to keep us on Candyland, like Steven, Samuel Jackson.
Yeah, Candyland.
And then think about this. You thought, see, a lot of people trying to figure out what happened to Jamie Foxx, but you can't talk about them people and do all that like you came out superhero. Look at all our superheroes. Wakanda. Say for instance, if Jamie Foxx was one of your superheroes, you know, a couple of years or quicker, they're gonna come back and get that payment for you slashing and bashing like you really won something. That's the curse.
Yeah.
They ain't gonna never let you off Candyland, so you gotta get really solid people. They can't have no, I don't know, man. I this is what I say. A lot of people, oh yeah, Chuck, man, you gotta look. I said it was a difference from a simp, because people always say, if you got it, trick it. No, that ain't cool, bro. That ain't cool.
Yeah.
I don't know where this concept came from.
Yeah, that's a John. We call that John's where we live at.
Yeah. My money been hard earned. The hell? So some think like that. They a beta. I'm telling you straight up.
Yeah, like that nigga that gave Ice Spice gave that broad $500,000. I said, man, all that nigga gotta do is go to the East Coast. You see a bunch of Puerto Ricans looking like her way better, and she ain't got no long hair. Man, I would never pay for that. That monkey got to be super fine.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, I think like this. I don't care how fine you are. If you ain't my wife,
yeah, that's what I'm about to say.
Goddamn, investment in you, quote unquote. I don't give a goddamn how you look. Because you know what I started seeing? A lot of good-looking women, like not me, but women be saying the same thing. A lot of good-looking dudes are not on that level. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That body gonna depreciate, but they mind you supposed to keep it sharp so they can elevate. I don't care about looks. You feel me? But I wound up scoring a nice-looking wife. You know what I'm saying? But that wasn't my thing. You know what I'm saying? No.
Yeah.
And I was saying that about the Stevens. Stevens is that quote unquote the master right-hand man, raised the master to keep him enslaved and blasé, keep him shackled. See, a lot of people don't have to have this no more. Chains, they removed the visible chains, right? Half of the world from white, Chinese, well, I don't know about Chinese. They really making money moves. I don't know. But they still part of the system. A slave mentally. Just like these rappers. You would think that they making all that bread, they happy. Half of them are most suicidal ever. Look, what's that dude who passed away on Percocets and he just signed with 1017? You feel me?
Yeah. But at that time, see, I think once they realize, because a lot of them young dudes, they don't even read the contract. They just really, when you think about it, a lot of them rappers say they just wanted to rap, but they don't realize I'm signing you not because I want you to be my friend. It's because I want you to make me some money, period. You feel what I'm saying? And I think they a lot of times they know they can play off them kids that, you know, either a lot of times when you look at a lot of entertainers, they coming from broken homes. You don't never really see them coming from some, just like with the Ball family. Now they cracking on your boy Bob Ball, because he talking about he trying to sell his brand. You see what I'm saying? And then made jokes about his son falling off. I'm like, but they fail to realize he the only black man that was able to put both of his, he predicted all his sons was gonna play, and they did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and they don't like a surety in our culture, so they cause a lot of betrayal and doubt. And you know what, man, they lose sleep over how to keep people divided, right? And I'm gonna tell you real talk, man. Yeah. I don't want to say it on this live, but yeah, we was raised different, right? We was raised different. We wasn't. It was a culture shock when we got in I would say junior high for me. You know what I'm saying? I didn't understand like they didn't understand. And if you go back in the mid 80s in Austin, they was picket signing when we went to their school. A school they stole from us on the east side and put it on the west side and took all the trophies. Like, we have been through a lot. I think the world has been through a lot, because I seen this movie and I didn't even know this movie existed. But I seen it Friday because they started advertising Tommy on YouTube about a movie that he played in back in the day. I don't know how long, but it was called Banish, right?
Tommy, who?
You heard of that movie Banish? I'm talking to the chat too.
Oh, okay, Banish. I never heard of Banish.
How many of y'all seen that movie Banish? And it showed me a whole different light that Hollywood really is part of a lot of stereotypes, or bring out a lot if you forget where you come from. See, that's the thing about this goddamn Hollywood stuff. Like, we try to get up out of shackles and tell people, man, hey man, just count your blessings, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot of people that's doing worse than you. Or worse than you. Let me say it like that. Banish. It's all right, Banshee. I think that's how they were spelling it. I didn't watch it, but it was a part where Tommy had that Nazi sign in the back, and he slapped the mess out of this black police officer's wife, because he said, why would you put that on a time like right now? What is Hollywood trying to do? That's what I'm saying. Dude, if you can put a key in somebody's back, man, see if you can start that sucker up to get them suckers up out of here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's it. Banshee. I probably said it right. Banshee. I gotta see it. That sounds like the right thing. Banshee. Yeah, and that was a bad look on Tommy. And I wouldn't fail into his character if they would have showed that, or if I was privileged to seeing that before I seen Power or Chicago. They brought back, so something might have happened. You know what I'm saying? Something might have happened in the simple fact of they had to bring that out to show us, yeah, that boy you like, so hard, he also do this to bring homage back to his culture. It was a bad situation.
I ain't never see Power. Power, that's the one with the bunch of them light-skinned niggas on there, ain't it? I'm just saying, I remember I said all them goddamn lights. I ain't watching this. It's some freaky shit gonna happen. I heard it.
No. You talking about Empire? Yeah,
whichever one that got all them light skinned niggas on there.
No. This is the one with Ghost in it. Power.
Okay, see, I ain't never seen. I don't watch. I'm old school, man. I still watch Good Times and shit like that. I'll be watching that. The PJs. Yeah. I watch the PJs. Don't get me watching the PJs. Yeah, see, these kids don't know. Yeah,
I got that too, but then look.
You know what I'm talking about when you pop that PJ on? You get to watching the PJs, the Jeffersons. I like to watch George, how George snap. You know what? And think about it. I hate to cut you. Think about it. We all know Sherman Hemsley was sweeter than goddamn apple pie, but he never came off like that. Man, I didn't know till after when he got into Amen, the movie Amen, that George Jefferson was gay. I didn't know that.
What?
I didn't know Sherman. You didn't know Sherman Hemsley was sweet? Hell yeah, that nigga always just like Michael from Good Times. He was fruity.
Oh yeah,
I'm talking about in real life. Yeah. Sherman Hemsley was like that in real life. Yeah, but we never knew George Jefferson.
Yeah.
But we never knew George Jefferson was like that. Yeah, PJ, that's the bomb, dog.
Hold on. He say, boo. She said,
I don't look at none of that stuff. Yeah, I don't blame him. Nobody look at that. It's too much going on. And then it's like all this drama, man. And why every time they got an episode with black folks with money, it's got to be a bunch of drama. I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's almost like you say programming, processing our brain. You get money, you got to beef. I always taught in the streets, if you beefing, you can't make no money, dog. It's impossible. You're drawing too much attention.
Hey, but you know what? I'm gonna say this, and they did that, and they waited for a minute on Empire, right? We ain't gonna disrespect the alphabet, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, trying to force that propaganda on us, man, and knowing how the word really rock, made them come out like Pico had on his thing. How Target was really pushing it for the babies. If you plugged in, you plugged in. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying they try to put that agenda because I call this world that we living in, we got to call it what it is, a spade a spade. So you already know you got to keep your head on the swivel. This is Babylon. A lot of people don't like talking about it. This is Babylon. Yeah, we are living in Babylon. Biblical terms. Just look at everything. Yep. Rumors of wars and all that. So it's the end of time. So that's why I say when I said about 5 years from now, all this gonna be wiped clean. We ain't gonna have access to no internet. This is my opinion. Because I see with all these crash trains and all of a sudden hurricanes and tornadoes that coming down here in Texas, we're the last of the Mohicans, man. Down south, because I think everybody else, they go up top to get manipulated and they come down and try to put that propaganda on us. Man, we need help, bro. I need people to wake up, get up out that bondage. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Chuck D. Empire was the worst version of us. But see,
well, I said I ain't watch none of that shit.
Yeah, once I seen something I didn't like, man, if you don't get this stuff, and the Kings, man, once I start seeing stuff I didn't like, man, it could be, man, I didn't even, that, look, man. So Empire got me ready for everything else that they was pushing, right? So I was ready for Pete Valley. You hear me?
What I didn't watch Pete Valley. What's Pete Valley? I don't even know what that is.
Don't watch that. I done got reviews on that, man.
My homeboy, man, next to my homeboy, he said, "Don't watch that shit." I watch that shit. You watch it?
No, don't watch that crap.
Well, what's up with P Valley,
bro? They already trying to put stuff. Look, and you know what, man? Well, since we're talking about it, since they got it all in our face, let's talk about it. This will be but be respectful. But it ain't. They don't show no respect, right? But it's kind of crazy because we got these safe zones and friendly conversation, but somebody got to say it. So this is one of them segments. Somebody got to say it. Listen, all these commercials, when I see nobody kissing on live TV but us, you already know it's programmed. So when people say they want to be in Hollywood or want to do so much on here, that's why I slide off sometimes. I be missing in action because I start seeing a bunch of cluck stuff. You feel me? And I don't want to offend nobody or get my channel strike. So I just wound up staying off for a couple of days because it seemed like nobody's actually talking about it but certain people. They push this agenda on our kids and want us to what? We can't whoop them no more. Well, I'm glad I didn't straighten mine out with conversation and whoopings back in the day. So before they start handling your kids like it's their own, which they are, man, I ain't gonna go all into that. Now they just allowing them to do whatever and wild out and give them stiff penalties once they get caught up. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, it's a lot of wicked stuff going on TV, on commercials.
No, you're right about that. That's why I said that shit crazy to me, man. When you start seeing it in the way they're pushing it and they continue to keep pushing it, it's like, I feel like, hey, man, it's if that's your choice, that's your choice, but that's what it is.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is. It's a choice. Just a choice. It's not a personal preference. It's not that. It's a choice. I choose not to. So, hey, like I choose not to eat. I don't like yogurt. You can't get me. We shouldn't have a debate over yogurt. You can't force me to have yogurt. I don't like the way it tastes. I don't like the way it looks. So that's why I don't like it. You can't, you know what I mean? It's a choice. Everything has a choice in life. You can't, once you come into my space and dictate what my choice is, no longer is my choice, is what you say. And you don't make that choice for me.
You're right. You're right. And then, but it goes back to the thing, what you said, what's a curse and what's a blessing? What's a gift? Right?
Right.
Freedom to express yourself is somewhat like a curse because now they got it where you can't say nothing about it. Like the baby said something about it. Everybody know that story, and he somewhat was blackballed. or Jamie Foxx said something about P. Diddy, and now something wrong with him.
Yeah, they said that nigga. They said that nigga paralyzed and blind.
That's what they say. Allegedly. Like
I think personally, he been gone, and I think they just coming out with it now. Slowly, they gonna drag the story out. But I really think it was something else because all that time with this over there, I didn't even know when he went over there to shoot that film over there. Said one of the biggest problems was the one dude that was on the set tried to sell him a watch for 33,000 pounds, and he asked him why. Asked him could he get 33,000 pounds. He told him no. And they said the times when he was going on the set to get ready to do stuff, it was a couple of times with bomb threats on the set. Every time he went to go try to do his scenes. So that's why I said, I don't know. Maybe he stepped on. Maybe I feel like maybe he's getting shaken down. Somebody was shaking him down or whatever. Well, you know what I'm saying? Like you didn't check in or I don't know, bro. I just think it's some other shit that went on. Now Cameron Diaz saying he was irate. And she was scared. He looked like he was so stressed out. She was so happy. Man, that shit don't even make sense. Jamie's a comedian.
Chuck
Why would he be so stressed out?
Jamie Foxx had unforeseen medical rush to the hospital, and it's right after he brought out P. Diddy parties and stuff like that, and all of a sudden he's in the hospital, right? I find that to be mysterious, but look at all our celebrities. All of a sudden, they find dead in the bathtub. That's what I'm saying. Like the thing is this: if you don't understand,
but you also, and I'm gonna add to exactly what you're saying. Remember this now. But the problem with it is too, people fail to realize, and no disrespect, but remember now, Jamie Foxx. How Jamie Foxx said he met Justin Bieber? Where did he met him at Puffy's party? Now let's go back and let's do the math. He had to been about 11 or 12. You gotta ask yourself this: why? How did he meet him? He said he just met. They saw this little young boy over there on the side of the wall and went over to go talk to him, and that's how they end up linking up, being cool. The question is, why you didn't question that this boy wasn't even of age in the party, like when your boy Puffy said, "Hey man, you know we used to wrestle in the morning over the Frosted Flakes, or we used to wake up in the morning." We used to sleep in the same bed. The question was, people fail to realize Usher was 11 and Puffy was 19. So I don't understand that. You know what I'm saying? It just be that numbers don't lie.
Well, numbers don't lie, but they do though. You know what I'm saying? It's like Hollywood is a machine behind all this madness, right? Like I was incarcerated when that beef kicked off with Biggie and Tupac. How they was gonna try to use how they were gonna try to use the coast against each other. You know, we'll fall for it. We fell for, you know, the gangbanging and all that. So they really tried to work on that genocide, but it wasn't happening as fast as they needed to happen. So they used them because you're worth more when you pass away than you was alive. And that's where Hollywood got that thought from. All the sales Tupac had, all the sales Biggie had after they passed away. You feel me? It's like, it's crazy. But sometimes I would tell people this: pay attention to the bull crap that's kicking up because there's something behind it.
Facts.
They need somebody out of here. And that's why I'm saying, don't you be the target. This is for everybody in this world. Don't you be a target if you get on their spectrum or their radar.
Facts. That's a fact.
Yeah, and then just like Phone Check say, Diddy used to let Jamie Foxx do the videos, documents, and I know documentaries and things that was going on around the wild parties.
Yep.
Like Diddy told Jamie, man, keep them cameras from around here. But how many people also said it was different rooms and they laugh at it? But people in Hollywood is part of a, you know, God dang it. You already know. I ain't gonna get everything. I ain't gonna get a shadow bad more than I am right now. You feel me? Yeah, we dropping the gems though. Like for real, R. Kelly even giving back. Backing up Diddy, turning his back on Kelly when he got locked up. Yeah, R. Kelly's backing it up too. R. Kelly, but how many other celebrities, man? And that goes back to what you said on your channel, man, when you was talking about Bill Cosby. How long are they gonna let people keep riding down on this man when they say, all right, man, you ugly mug? You know what I'm saying? That's back then. Why the courage and all this? Like, I don't cut for violating a woman, but god dang, 30, 40 years later, 40 years later, you want to bring up these accusations like everybody in Hollywood been straight up. How you think Wax 100 got all this information about them Hollywood celebrities, man?
Yeah, well, we was talking about that earlier over there on King's show earlier today. That's why I'm saying, okay, like, when you sit back and think of it, like you were saying, man, just the whole shit, just, again, when you look at it, how, you know, like, prime example, like, you know, when they said, well, R. Kelly, you know what I'm saying, that the motherfucker couldn't read, you know what I'm saying, like, a dude that was a genius like that, and couldn't read, but at the end of the day, they was able to play him. They just handed him, you know, what he wanted. They went to this, you know, devices and shit. I think they just play off of that. They play off everybody, and they gonna collect at the end of the day. Just like when we sit back down this big fentanyl epidemic, now we realize that's what Prince died off of. You know what I'm saying? When you look at it, that's why he instantly died.
Like, people run out of things to do and just start, you know, floating. Where's the character and understanding of grow up one day? You know what I'm saying? And understand whatever you did in the dark will come to light. So a lot of these people in Hollywood thought what they was doing in the dark, it was going to be hidden by a secret. But you already know what I tell these youngsters. What I tell these young, how you going to be a thug and do all that? And there's cameras everywhere.
Facts.
They didn't even have cameras. It's just people talking from back in the gap. So it's just he say, she say, and y'all gonna prosecute him again.
But you see what they did with that whole Cosby thing when you watch that thing when I did on my show today was Las Vegas now has passed that bill where now they can go all the way back and they don't charge you criminally, but they charge they don't charge you criminally, but they charge you civilly. To go back and to get any kind of sexual allegations. That's why I told niggas better be careful in Vegas, because if you pay for that money, you turn around later on and she say she gonna sue you saying you did that. How you gonna prove that?
That's why you can't, excuse my language, that's why you can't fuck with everybody.
Fact.
Period. If we're gonna talk hood, but be respectful, some conversations need that one cuss word to understand how serious it is. Don't fuck with everybody. Everybody ain't your goddamn friend, right? And then it's crazy because all these melodies come when I say certain things, and Mo3 should have known better. I don't think y'all caught that. But like Percy say, balls.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like Mo3 say, everybody ain't your friend. No, you can't mess with everybody, because at the end of the day, people are always looking for dirt because they really ain't got no life. They looking for clap when the world is really, really falling apart because it ain't no trust and no loyalty. People say that, and they cool with saying that. Man, ain't no loyalties on these streets. Why you out there then? Go get a job. Go get you a trade. You know what I'm saying? Because Hollywood is not the game. It's all played out. Rappers ain't the game. Clap chasing that, you better learn how to survive, stay out the way. But anyway, now for real though.
No, that's real talk.
Bras admit they made. Yeah, a bunch of them bras admit that they made it up. But then, like you were saying, to reiterate on yours, you said you think Bill Cosby was about to buy NBC. You can't do that.
Right. Well, you know, on his property there in Connecticut, people forgot that where his house is at, where they've been trying to buy, I don't know who it is, but they've been trying to buy his property. You know, he had a lot of property. Where they at, where they can drill at, there's oil over there where he's at.
Yes,
and,
yes.
Right.
I heard
and he
about
don't
that.
Right, remember that? And he didn't want to sell it. They tried to force him to sell it. That's why they going at this ass through all these civil. Because if you're going through civil, what happens is now it's all about the bread. So they try to drain your money to make you have to sell these assets, because that's what they want. That's why it let me know Bill got more money than we know. That's why they don't talk about him. If you really think about it, like with Michael Jackson, when I did the one on Michael Jackson, people didn't know. I don't know if you knew this. Like when Mike started learning how to do publishing, right? Paul McCartney went over Paul McCartney's house and they did a lot of songs. And Paul pulled him to the side. He said, "Paul, you got any advice for me?" Paul said, "Yeah, if I was you, Mike, I would start owning my own publishing." He turned and looked at Paul McCartney and said, "I'm gonna own yours one day, Paul." And Paul said, "Yeah, right, whatever, son." And he ended up owning it. And he fell out with Paul McCartney. Then I didn't know. Remember the song in I think it was 2013 or 15, when Eminem was at his height and he did that song called "Lose It," where he talked about Michael Jackson. Well, Michael Jackson told him to stop, and he kept on, talking crazy. People don't know that at that time, 3 or 4 years after that, Michael Jackson bought all the rights to Eminem. So the time when Eminem, that's why you never saw Eminem come out after that, throughout these years, because all the songs during the hype when Mike was alive, Mike owned the rights to the Eminem publishing. That's crazy. Mike was cold. He was gangster. So but they always said he didn't have no money. Remember, they kept giving allegations, wanting him to pay Silver Suits.
That's crazy. That is real crazy. But then it's the same thing as the Prince. If it's a wicked game, bro. It's a wicked game, and we know it. And then it seemed like we still constantly battling with each other. I'm talking about normal people battling with each other for the simple fact nobody's settled. Everybody want to be the superstar. So we're not even in Hollywood and we see this stuff from up there. What do you think when they come down here and grab our material and take it up there because they got bigger platforms, right? That actually does to our culture. It's like the goddamn HEB. You think HEB got all them goddamn ideas? By their, jingle team and all that, people that had a big thinking, understanding of corporate world and how to bring ideas. Nah, they went to the mom and pop store, got their ideas and copyrighted it and put it in their store. That's the thing right there, man. That's the thing.
And you also got to realize, when you think of what, and see, I always look at the word, it don't never change the meaning, right? So when you think of a painter, what is a painter? A painter is an artist, right? It's an artist, right? As a painter, what do they tell painters? You're worth more dead than alive, right? So an artist, in all general, going across the board, if that's what an artist is, worth dead more than alive. Yeah, you making a little money with your little paintings and stuff, just like a rap artist. It's like an entertainer. He's an artist. That's what he is. The entertainers are artists. That's why you see a lot of them dying. They're worth dead more than they are alive. As Picasso is worth dead more than alive. These are artists. Exactly. Your only artist is only built up to get rid of. That's what the industry do. They build you up, then they get rid of you. Just like I didn't like the fact with the Tina Turner, when Tina Turner died, I didn't like the way they put the title on there. The title said Tina Turner died. Well, no, Anna Mae died, because people fail to realize a year and a half ago, if you Google it, she sold back the rights to them because she didn't want that, because she wasn't making no money. So she sold back the rights of calling herself Tina Turner, and she became Anna Mae. Now, guess what the news do? They say Tina Turner died. You know why they say that? Because that way you go buy their music. No. She don't own Tina Turner rights no more. She's back Anna Mae.
Yeah, I'm with you. It's just like Prince. He took his thing to the artist, and then he got about that contract with the Warner Brothers. He did. Like,
and that's why
one thing about this dirty game, brother. One thing about this dirty game, and I say this, Whitney Houston was doing a comeback tour. One thing about us as people, we let the media predict how long somebody gonna last, how long somebody gonna live. They'll let you get up there if you sell your soul, or quote unquote didn't read that fine print, or thought everything was sweet. And you never know how your family might cut them backyard deals. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Yeah, the backyard deals. Shit. You gotta watch
think about it.
So that's a gift.
Think about it. Like even with Michael Jackson, you think about it. Mike was on his way. Mike had, people don't realize, his company was Sony/ATV. That's what the name of his music company was. He was a part of Tommy Mottoy. That's why, but he bought him. Remember, Mike tried to buy the rights to his songs, so they didn't give him the rights to his songs. So guess what he said? I'll just buy rights around everybody else's song. I'll buy the Beatles stuff. I'll buy Eminem stuff. So he ended up doing that. And then remember, they said, okay, so he had made an agreement. If I do this, this is it. That's why he said, this is it. If I do this world tour, you'll give me the rights to my songs. And then they played them. Think about it.
You're right. You're right.
You're right. People gotta, yeah, and people gotta see that. That's why they trying to keep R. Kelly ass still locked up, because one thing that they're afraid of. Think about it. If they said he was the biggest artist and he was around all them, and he had all those girls, and then when you go back and you look at, they always talk about Aaliyah, but they don't never talk about Jay and Aaliyah, and they don't talk about Dame and Aaliyah, right? So they don't talk about the Aaliyahs. You know why? Because if R. Kelly get out, they're afraid that one day he might tell. Think about it. One day, imagine if he told of the parties that he was at or he threw.
Yeah, I think they're making it so uncomfortable for him and got him so confused, because I heard some Chicago charges was dropped, but they still got him locked up. I heard they had an attempt on his life while he was incarcerated. They still got him locked up. But that's all about decimation of character, man. And that's a lot of things that we see. We're not celebrities, but you see people do this on an average timeline with regular people like you and me. They try to destroy the credibility of individuals when they see some truth coming. You know what I'm saying? And people try to get confused or manipulate the weak. A lot of us are manipulated so easy. It's like taking candy from a baby. I don't know if y'all got that, but then, you know, I don't leave. He got dirt. Yeah, he got dirt. He got a lot of dirt. He got mud, and he spotted dry land. Like, like they tried to kill him while he was incarcerated. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They tried to knock his head off while he was incarcerated.
Yeah.
You know, but he had to do a lot of songbird. You know, I bet he get free concerts in him.
Man, I bet he gave all types of concerts while he was in jail trying to stay alive. That's why he said, let me get up out of here. And he was like, man, y'all trying to set me up. Think about it, man. This is a nigga that can't read and was bigger than life. And his whole thing was they kept him around girls all the time. Think about it. Everybody in this camp knew, but ain't nobody get charged with him. I'd be mad as hell. I'd be like, damn, so me ain't
one of y'all. Hold up, y'all. Hold up, Cross. Joe Osteen. No, I keep saying that Joe Osteen, but it ain't Joe Osteen. What's that guy that the Fed, the Clinton, that island? Help me understand. Help me.
Epstein.
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 But it ain't Joe. Yeah. It ain't Joe, right?
Jeffrey.
Jeff. That ain't the pastor, right? In Houston. They let the people.
That's the dude that had that island over
Yeah,
there.
yeah. But what's that pastor in Houston? They let them victims in from
that was Osteen. That was Osteen. That's the one that had the money. That's the one they found. The janitor came in there. Yeah, that's the one. The janitor came in there and he was working on the plumbing. And when he hit the wall, all that money fell out. What they said was like $400,000 in the wall.
That's crazy. But look, So he had that island. Now we thinking about the smallest thing is bigger than us. You know what I'm saying? It's bigger than us. It's bigger than anything. It's gonna take a lot of straightening when it comes down to what we talking about. And I don't think a lot of us is mentally ready for that. But on my channel, I'm finna shut out though. But on my Joe Osteen, I'm finna shut out, man, because it's been a good Friday. But I don't want to. I gotta burn some corners and turn some corners. But that whole thing of a man. See, this is the other level. A lot of people be missing. That whole thing of somebody getting killed on a high-profile case while in federal custody. That makes everybody do this because they serious about their business. And child pornography, child pedophilia is a top thing right now in America. And organ donors. You feel what I'm saying? Right. People be on the hush, but you got to ask yourself, why did they let all them immigrants in? They ain't got no tags and they ain't got no market. Say, man, y'all got to use y'all head more than the hat rack. I hate to tell y'all that, man. But at least they ain't knocking us off no more. Yeah. And I know a lot of people don't think like that, but you better start thinking like that. You think he's still alive over there on his island? Probably so. With Beyonce and Jay-Z and all that, man. Hush conversation.
I think he definitely is still alive.
Say, man, it don't make no sense,
he got
bro.
Too much money. He gave up old girl, and I don't think old girl Maxine is up in there. I think she just she wherever she at. Like I said again, might be at Guantanamo Bay. She could be there, but they said now, that's like more like a living facility out there. Like I did the show on with that prison in Sweden. Man, that's almost like an apartment building. So you never know. They could be over there chilling, dog, in Sweden.
That's crazy. But there's a lot of things that we don't know because I think they think, well, I can understand when I see people on this YouTube why they think everybody is on the same wavelength, right? Because they don't put us in the algorithm. They put the clucks in the algorithm. And I'm telling you, man, that's going to be detrimental if we constantly continue supporting people with the drill music, people with the genocide music, these clucks want to be with all them tales that they have that's irrelevant to the fact, man. We got a long way to go, man. Yeah, she's in some kind of prison. Didn't look back too. Like, God dang, man. No, hey, this show can go on for a long time because I think about the one they released. You know what I'm talking about? Before they release the military guy or school teacher over there in Russia. You know what I'm saying? But we can go on and on, man. The stuff ain't right.
Facts. No,
I appreciate it, Cross. If you want to
appreciate you allowing
get on.
Okay. All right. Well, hey man, I appreciate you letting me come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Salute to your chat, to the mods, man. People that, you know what I'm saying, you always giving out good game, man. You can come check me out. People check me out at the Plug Podcast by Cross Your Heart. You already know. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe, man. Follow my nigga Slugger too, man. On his Instagram, man, because he does send out them DMs and let y'all know. You know what I'm saying? And just share it. Take it in. It don't cost nothing to share it, or at least just put something in the comments, or double tap that heart or something for it to let them know. You know what I mean? So I appreciate you, Slugger. You already know.
You already know. Salute, man. This is tend to be another installment and understanding about some IKIR TV, man. Like I keep telling people, man, just stay blessed and highly favored, man. Don't never think that you're doing share the Facebook. I don't have no Facebook, so all my Facebook shares, man, you're welcome. To go and catch some of these clips. Salute to everybody that came through, man, showed homage. Man, hey, man, it's slow grind, but we still moving, man. That's what we're going to do. We're going to keep it moving. Salute to the last one. Came back in here, Jay. Rangarb. I don't know. I ain't going to even slaughter your name, but salute you coming in here, man. Hit that like and subscribe button so this won't be an accident. It was meant for you to be here. You catching the end of the show. But I definitely have more to come. Have a good night, all y'all. Y'all know, for real. Y'all stay safe out there. But like I say on my channel, it's all about what? Prepare. Because this world that we living in is done. Like, I don't even understand, like, why we still, they just upraised the debt ceiling for another couple of $1 trillion. That's going to be on our kids. You know what I'm saying? America's in debt, all because of greed. Like I'm going to say, beans, bullets, and Band-Aids. Make sure you got all them and then all the other preparations, because it's time to pay the piper. This your boy Slugger. Of course, we're going out with that jam, man. And to understand this, I don't think the world really knows, but this ain't what they want.
Yeah, say everybody come on. This ain't what you want. 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 What you want. This ain't what you want. This ain't what you want. My nigga, this ain't what you want, boy. It's some problems over here. If you need some help with church, we will solve them over here. We evaporate and make them dissolve over here. We don't need no vote to get resolved over here. It's ready in the train, but we go hard up over here. You say you ready over there, blow my guard up over here. I got a school of motherfucker like some cars up over here. And we do this every day, cause it's our job over here. We brawling over here, but we ain't starving over here. I get daily every report like we got Marvin over here. I got last standing Mexican who be carving over here. Oh, by the way, your girl, she like me and she jogging over here. Don't you come with all that petty, we brawling over here. I put my mama on the 20s, cookie crawling over here. Ain't no slacking, ain't no shit, ain't no stalling over here. With ATM and underdog, we hauling over here. Nigga, this ain't what you want, this ain't what you want. This ain't what you want, this ain't what you want. This ain't what you want, this ain't what you want. This ain't what you want, this ain't what you want. This ain't what you want, this ain't what you want. This ain't what you want, this ain't what you want. This ain't what you want, what you want. This ain't what you want, this ain't what you want. Now ain't no way you ever see me slaving over you, my unity and loyalty. I done gave it unto you for real, my nigga. Please hold me, pay me what is due. If you want it, why you fucking with me? Stay about my suit. Please believe I will achieve with these blessings I receive. One day maybe you will see. One day maybe you will be. One day maybe we can meet. One day maybe you can see. One day maybe you can eat. Until then you won't retreat. Now don't repeat another word from what that whole nigga done said. If you do, flip my switch. Watch me go across your head, but I won't trip. I flip this bitch. Watch her go across the bed. This shit repetitive. Baby, like a book already read. Now that is true. Plus it's church. I make it sting and plus it hurt. Your lady seen me, I made her flirt. But I ain't worried about a skirt. Boy, I'm worried about this work. And if you got it, nigga, flaunt it. Chances after chances, nigga, you ain't really want it. This ain't what you want. 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 No, this ain't what you want. 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 No, this ain't what you want. This ain't what you want. This ain't what you want. This ain't what you want.
Ain't what grew me to pen, what schooled me. Leader from the start, so y'all niggas already know me. So try running game on the real G. Without you packing the heat, y'all niggas can't see me. From the city where you know them G's don't play that. Organized dishes marked up with the toe tag. Throw away stub up on the fucking flow, man. Pushed out, perk, stroking, cow shot. Yes, it's going eyes dropping fingers, twitching chest move. Marathon running, dress cool as a motherfucker. Drake 5-7 tuck tight, hood pass out good. Checking is mandatory, get caught leaking in my neighborhood. Family over here, do you hear a nigga speaking? Knuckle game tight, flow to the left, not the right. Speed boxing out of lab, penetrate you, rules and fat. Checks came in, hoes get checked, nigga.
This ain't what you want. what you want. This ain't what you want. What? This ain't what you want. This ain't what you want. No. This ain't what you want. This ain't what you want. What? This ain't what you want.